I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Chimecho. Furin are a staple of Japanese summertime. A kind of wind chime, they consist of a bell of metal or glass with a strip of paper or cloth hanging from the inner hammer. When a breeze catches the banner, the hammer strikes the bell for a pleasant tinkling sound. Long, thin paper or cloth banners are a common sight in Japan and East Asia. They may simply be used to display menu items in a little eatery, or to share passion for a sports team. On the other hand, they may have charms written on them and adorn a temple, or be dangled over one's face to ward off evil spirits. Similarly, while Furin are known today simply for signaling a nice breeze and helping one stay cool in the hot Japanese summer, their original purpose was to ward off disease, which was said to travel on a strong wind. Chimecho is a red and blue Pokemon with a round, bell-like head which floats in the air and a long banner swaying in the breeze underneath it. Although it is a somewhat abstract interpretation of a Furin, I always saw that East Asian influence in Chimecho's design clearly, even back in the day. Now I'm the other way around. In summer, the sight and sound of tinkling wind chimes, which are actually quite cooling and pleasant, remind me of Chimecho. Pokemon Sapphire told us, "In high winds, Chimecho cries as it hangs from a tree branch or the eaves of a building, using a suction cup on its head. This Pokemon plucks berries with its long tail and eats them." And Pokemon Emerald tells us, "They fly about very actively when the hot season arrives. They communicate among themselves using 7 different and distinguishing cries." In the anime, James of Team Rocket acquired a Chimecho. He was quite enamored with it, and the sounds it made, leading to some of the cutest scenes in the whole show. In fact, he even refused to let it battle, and showed incredible kindness and maturity when he said goodbye. His teammates were much less keen on Chimecho's constant chiming. As Pokemon Ruby tells us, "Chimecho makes its cries echo inside its hollow body. When this Pokemon becomes enraged, its cries result in ultrasonic waves that have the power to knock foes flying." The English name, Chimecho, obviously combines chime and echo, clearly referring to the sound it makes. The Japanese name, Chirin, is actually based on some onomatopoeia. Chirin is the Japanese for the sound a wind chime makes, perhaps also combined with the word Furin. Luckily, English Pokemon fans will get some onomatopoeia too, as in the 4th generation, we learned that Chimecho evolves from a baby, Chingling. Chingling is far less subtle in its design. It is literally a golden bell hanging from a red and white rope. This kind of bell, called a suzu, is extremely common at Japanese temples and shrines. Even the most dilapidated country shrine, little more than a wooden shed behind a torii gate, will probably have a rusty old bell hanging over the front door, which visitors can ring as they pray a little wish to the gods. Pokemon Diamond tells us, "It emits cries by agitating an orb at the back of its throat. It moves with flouncing hops." And Pokemon Pearl tells us, "Each time it hops, it makes a ringing sound. It deafens foes by emitting high-frequency cries." The name, Chingling, is of course a reference to the sound a bell makes, though the suffix ling is often given to younger members of a group or species. See the younglings in Star Wars. The Japanese name is Rizian, combining various onomatopoeia for different kinds of bells ringing. Chingling is a really bizarre Pokemon. Chimecho was already pretty small and cute. It hardly seemed unusual that it didn't evolve from anything. Also, despite a strong move pool, it had pretty weak stats, so if anything, Chimecho needed a further evolution, not a prior one. Chingling somehow feels like a weakened version of an already weak creature. Neither Chingling nor Chimecho will ever set the world of competitive battling alight. On the other hand, they're both cute little psychic critters with designs that are extremely appealing to a big Japanophile nerd like me. Also, Another little sign that maybe Gen 3 was going to introduce a sound type? Music for Luke Loves Pokemon was composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Producing, writing and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhays, and funding is provided by our lovely listeners at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius, where you can find links to the other podcasts me and my pals create. I love it when listeners get in touch, so share your thoughts and feelings about the upcoming Pokemon, Absol and Snorunt, at Twitter at LukeLovesPKMN or on Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Chimecho, and remember, I love you too.